Hey everyone, are you doing a low or no spend January? I kinda am doing that when it comes to food. I don't buy a lot of things anyways, but when it comes to food, I tend to have, especially after the holidays, a lot of excess food. Just because, I made a ham, so I have some ham that's left over and thrown in the freezer. I have a turkey that is the bones and some of the meat left in the freezer. So when I have things like that, I need to start using them up. So in January, I try to pare down a little bit so that I'm not spending as much and just using up those what I call bips and bobs that I have. So as an example, for New Year's Eve, we had steak and salmon and spring mix salad, and we had rice. Well, I had leftovers. So I have been making, because I had a ham too from a couple other days, I've been making a ham, like fried rice with ham and cabbage and the stuff that I had left over. A new meal that I like, and made that. My husband's just having the ham with the cabbage because that's what he likes. So I'm also having things like a salad with the leftover steak in it because I have all those salad greens. I've been using the salad in smoothies and the leftover fruit because for dessert, I also made a fruit and chocolate fondue. So I'm using that extra fruit in smoothies and eating it as snacks. So that's what I've been doing since the holidays. And I'm going to try to clean out some of my freezer. Now, will I not buy great deals? No. If there's an unbelievable deal, I'm going to get it. For an example, I think it was in the summertime. Shaw's had a markdown on their boneless, skinless chicken breast of 99 cents a pound. Well, if I see a deal like that, I'm not going to pass it by because my daughter eats a lot of boneless, skinless chicken breast. So I'm going to pick that up for her. I'm going to have some for us because 99 cents, that's like half the price of what I would normally buy boneless, skinless chicken for, because my price is $1.99. So that is kind of the deals that if I see an unbelievable deal, I'm going to just pick it up. But most of my shopping will not be a lot. So it'll be roughly half of what I normally spend. So I normally spend about $50 to $60. So my goal is to spend $25 a week. And that's a little bit tough with my husband because there are certain things he has to have. Like he has to have cookies, even though I make cookies. He has to have potato chips. He has to have milk and coffee syrup and, certain things, bananas. He has to have certain things. So where I kind of roll with the punches and just like, oh, I don't have that, I'll make this or I'll have this instead. He's very set, and that's just how he is with what he wants. So I think that I can do it with 25. This week I did not film it, but this week I have spent $22. So far, he might end up getting stuff, but it was milk and it was the stuff that I just mentioned. He was out of pancake syrup. I made him pancakes, and those will last him for most of the week. And he's like, oh, we're out of pancake syrup. So I got him that. So certain things that he wants, just the things that we absolutely run out of, or fresh fruit or fresh vegetables, things like that, dairy, milk, those are the things that I'll be getting. Okay. It also helps that, not that I drink a lot, because I don't drink that much at all. It is dry January. We are going on vacation at some point. So I'll probably normally I do go on vacation around the January, February time. So I end up doing dry January other than my weeks of vacation. for 2-3 months instead of just the 1 month, because I know that I have these things coming up, and it's just, I'm going to want a glass of wine with dinner. So that's what's going on in mine. And I'm going to show you what I would be getting this week if I was doing a big shopping with stuff that I need to get. Number one, I would get eggs, because eggs here in the Northeast where I live, they're at Aldi less than $2 a dozen. So I would pick up 2 dozen eggs, because it's an easy breakfast. Just some fried eggs, or scrambled eggs, or an omelet with leftover veggies from the night before. So I would be picking up that. I'd also be picking up some bar cheese, like the block of cheese, because you can get that at Aldi for about $1.80, $1.70 something. So I would pick up like a sharp cheddar. That a little goes a long way. And let's look at some of the other deals. But I do know that there's apples on sale at Aldi also. So I would pick up a bag of Gala apples for some fruit, and they're 3 pounds for $1.99. I would also pick up some of the bananas, because they're 49 cents a pound. And bananas are inexpensive. So if you have a banana a day, it's inexpensive. Plus, they're really great in smoothies. The other thing that I would pick up that is inexpensive is the fresh spinach bags, because those are $1.79 now. They used to be $1.20 something. And over the past year, they've been going up. Actually, more than the past year. I'd say the past year and a half, they've gone up from that $1.29 to $1.79 now. So I would pick up a bag or two of the spinach. And the reason why I do the spinach is because you can have it raw. It's really good raw. It's really good in an omelet. It's really good in soups. You can eat it in various ways. The other thing that I think is the unsung hero of the vegetable world is the humble cabbage. Because, again, cabbage is great raw in a salad, cooked and just stir fried with maybe some bacon or some oil and seasoning, stuffed, or also in soups. So it's one of those vegetables that lasts a long time and gives you a lot of bang for your buck. I'd also be getting some frozen veggies, where I like the frozen broccoli is like $1 something. I think it's $1.19. So I would get, a bag of that, a bag of cauliflower. I would get a bag of maybe peas, because I will just love the frozen peas in salads, and I like them in my stir fries. I like them in things like that. Also on sale at Shaw's is zucchini. No, at Market Basket is zucchini for 99 cents a pound. So if you can find zucchini for about that price, that is a good deal. So let's switch to proteins. Shaw's this week has, let me see if I can find it. I'm in the car, so Shaw's this week has some, I don't know if you can see it, ground beef for $2.97 a pound. And those are normally about 3 pounds. So for about $9, you can get 3 pounds of ground beef. What would I be making with that? You can make some hamburgers, because literally you can get from a pound. My husband and I will get 4 hamburgers from a pound, because we do quarter pounders. So we could do that and get some of the rolls, or probably 99 cents, $1.50 maybe. So you could do that one night. Another night you could do chili. And I love chili. It's not expensive, because all you need is the seasoning, the ground beef, and you can throw some veggies in it, and you can get the 3-pack of peppers at Aldi for like $2.80 something. So I get those a lot, because you can eat those raw and cook with them. And so I would have that with a can of beans, or you can get a dry beans if you want to use the dry beans, and make some chilies, and then a can of diced tomatoes, and you have chili. with the seasonings. I have a very well-stocked pantry with a bunch of seasonings. So I would, and I'm assuming you do also. So I would make chili. And then the next night, I might do a loaded nachos because you have the chili left over and you can do the loaded nachos with the chili. And add some, I already talked about the cheddar cheese, put that on it. And right now, avocados are really inexpensive. So I would pick up a couple of avocados because avocados I've been seeing them for 49 cents at Aldi. I do not know what they are this week, but I've been seeing them at Aldi. So I would definitely pick up that. You could do nachos one night. I would do the chili for a couple of nights just because I like it, and to stretch chili, and this is what I do a lot of times because I like rice, and you can get a pound of rice for $1. I will serve it with rice because I like rice. So adding a little bit of rice, like I'll just put a scoop of rice and then the chili in my bowl, and then add a little bit of cheese, and it's perfect for me for dinner. And I will also have that for lunches and that sort of thing. Then I would do something like a shepherd's pie, or I have a really great recipe for some ground beef, and I think I've done it on this channel before. Just sauteed ground beef with rice and tomato sauce. Tomato sauce will cost you, it's a small thing, $1. And then the rice, onions, and you can also put some, and I've done it in the past, some of that spinach that you got. You can chop that up or put it on the side as a salad. And then some cheese on top. And I love American cheese for it, but if you have the cheddar, you can put some cheddar on it. It's a skillet meal done very, very quickly. It's about a half an hour. That's done. So that's another very economical meal. That will last Michael and I for 2 nights, maybe 3 nights. So that's kind of some of the stuff that I would be doing. Another night, I might have spaghetti and meatballs and just make some meatballs, or I'll just do the meatballs, or I'll do a meatloaf with it and then put some veg on the side, some of those veg that I mentioned on the side. Potatoes are inexpensive. I get a 5-pound bag of potatoes and have that on the side. Like I said, for breakfast, for lunches, we tend to do, just so you know, we tend to do leftovers. This week for my husband though, I got some of the hot dog rolls because he likes the sandwiches and hot dog rolls, and those came out to $1.50, I believe. And we will do maybe egg salad if there's eggs left, or we will pick up a couple of, I have some in my pantry, some cans of tuna or chicken. Or I'll take boneless, skinless chicken, boil it, make some chicken salad, and he will have a chicken salad sandwich for lunch. So I do that too. So lunches and dinners, I'm more concerned with dinners because for me, breakfast is such an easy, I don't eat breakfast, but my husband, it's kind of easy. It's either an egg, it's either half a bagel because he doesn't eat that much, or it's pancakes or waffles. And I make those pancakes and waffles from home. And I don't know if you remember, last year I got a ton of pancake and waffle mix for 50 cents a box. And I normally make it from scratch, but at 50 cents a box, I was like, I need to get this. So I did that. And so I have been systematically, we're probably halfway through it. I used all the ones that were close to the expire date. And now these other ones are kind of long. I think they're good through the next year. So that's what we typically have for breakfast, and I make a bunch of them ahead of time. Like on a Sunday, I'll make an omelet. He'll have that for a couple of mornings. I will make pancakes, and he'll have that for most of the week. The same thing, French toast. I'll do the same thing with French toast or what have you. So very versatile. And that's how I get my food bill to about $50. And I'm not thinking that you're going to get your food bill. If you're spending, $200, $300 a week, I don't think that it's realistic to say that you're going to cut your food bill to $50. I don't. But you could probably cut $100 off of it, and it'd be extremely easy to do that. just by changing some of your strategies on what you're doing. So that's what I would kind of do this week. The other thing, just so I'm not eating ground beef every night, Market Basket has chowder fish, and a lot of the supermarkets have chowder fish around here where I live, and it's $3.99 a pound, and they're like smaller pieces of cod or haddock. And what I do is I just kind of cook it just like I would bake it. And I put it in a dish, and usually I ask them for the biggest pieces they have, and I bake it just like that. So for $3.99, I get cod or haddock. So that would be one night. And then I would get a package of chicken, maybe a whole chicken. Last week they were on sale for 99 cents. I did not pick them up because I have tons of them. But I know that Market Basket has them, and I think Aldi typically has boneless, skinless for $2.49. Not the price that I normally pay, but if you don't have it in your pantry, then by all means just pick a package up of that. Or thighs. I think thighs are the unsung hero of the chicken world. They're tasty. You can debone them very quickly and then throw the bones in a bag and throw them in the freezer and make a stock or soup with them. It is just one of the most economical cuts of meat that you can have. So I would pick up maybe a 4-pack or 6-pack, 8-pack, whatever, of maybe thighs. Thighs are fine with the bone in. And there's so many meals you can make. Just a sheet pan meal of just your chicken with potatoes and carrots and onions, or throw some broccoli in there, or Brussels sprouts. I know that that Market Basket has Brussels sprouts, frozen Brussels sprouts, very inexpensive. So does Aldi. You can throw those in there and roast it all together in one pan. And then the leftovers, save a couple of those thighs if you're making like 8 or whatever. So Michael and I, if we have 4 of them, we're eating 1 each for dinner. And then we'll take the other ones and I can make something else with the other ones, or we'll have it just for another night. But you can make a small chicken pot pie with literally, your own crust on top or in the bottom, or you can do the, make a quick, I'm trying to think of the word, biscuit to drop on top and throw it in the oven, and that's a great meal too. Or you could make a soup with it, or a little stew with it. You don't have to have stew all night. If there's 2, every night of the week, if you have 2 thighs, you can make a small stew for the 2 of you or the 4 of you, and it will be fine. So that's kind of some of the ways that I am stretching my bill, and some of the things that I would do this week if I wanted to keep my food bill down to about that $50, or if you have more people, or you're spending, a lot, to kind of cut that down and just keep on working to cut it down. So if you like these types of tips, please subscribe, and hit the like button, comment, subscribe, hit the like button, because I will bring you more of these as I go along, because this is my jam. This is the kind of stuff that I love. Just kind of whittling away at the food budget while still not having my husband kind of boycott the whole thing and revolt. So this is, what I like. My daughter also, I go up there to take care of my grandsons, and she's always like, Ma, can you do, and my husband's coming in the car, can you do my food shopping? So, because I do spend a lot less than what they spend. Bye for now.